So, okay. Also, Besprechung haben wir letzte Woche schon gesehen. Ich starte aber trotzdem nochmal neu, weil ich das ganze Fernsehprogramm mit dem David Hayter nochmal sehen will. Da.
Who is David Hayter?
I'm...
Accomplished actor, screenwriter, voice of a generation.
Well,
Citizen of the world.
yeah, well, I never...
Ripped from the comfortable childhood in Canada, thrown into the turbulent waters of adolescence in Kobe, Japan. How did you stay afloat?
You mean in high school? Well, my dad got transferred overseas, and it was a really excellent experience, actually. I was really grateful for it.
Grateful. What is your biggest secret, David?
Pardon me?
You can tell us.
Oh, well, it's not much of a secret, but I have a tattoo of Kobe behind my ear.
Tattoo, splendid.
Yeah, it's not terribly big.
What are you wearing?
What do you mean?
Why are you here?
Oh, well, I was hoping to promote my new movie. I'm just coming off of the set.
No, David Hayter. Why here, wearing an eye patch?
Oh, the eye patch. This is pretty cool, actually. Gives me real-time information and you know, weather, traffic reports. Actually watching a baseball game as we speak.
Really? What drives you? What are your dreams?
Well, you know, I'd have to say my dream project...
Let your dreams drive you. Oh, a message of hope to today's young people from David Hayter.
I never actually said that.
Sehr schön. Du hast nicht schon geschaut? Ja, aber... Ich wollte noch mal gucken, weil ich... Weiß nicht. Damit wir halbwegs reinkommen nochmal. Weil letztes Mal haben wir ja nicht wirklich viel gemacht.
War has changed. It's no longer about nations, ideologies, or ethnicity. It's an endless series of proxy battles fought by mercenaries and machines. War and its consumption of life has become a well-oiled machine. War's changed. ID tag soldiers carry ID tagged weapons, use ID tag gear. Nanomachines inside their bodies enhance and regulate their abilities. Genetic control, information control, emotion control, battlefield control. Everything is monitored and kept under control. War has changed. The age of deterrence has become the age of control. All in the name of averting catastrophe from weapons of mass destruction. And he who controls the battlefield controls history. War has changed. When the battlefield is under total control, war becomes routine.
Ich weiß nicht genau, ob ich es letztes Mal schon gesagt habe, aber der Teil hier spielt 5 Jahre nach Metal Gear Solid 2. Und es hat einen Grund, warum Snake auf einmal so alt aussieht. Ja, das wird noch alles erklärt. Warum lässt das Spiel mich überhaupt spielen, wenn es sowieso dann gleich wieder in eine Zwischensequenz reingeht? Wow.
Head north and try not to run into any gecko along the way.
Okay. Oh. Mit. Ja, verkackt. Bäh. Yeah. Old Snake. Alles klar. Yo, was? Pappkarton. Auf geht's. Nom nom nom. Moment. Da stand. Da stand Hideo, nicht Hyde. Das haben die falsch übersetzt. Wassermelonen. Mache. Ja. Hideo Kojima ist der sozusagen der Vater der ganzen Metal Gear Reihe. Ja. Tragbare Aschenbecher, nice. Ah, da ist er. Fuck Konami. Oh. Hm? Die schönen Blumen. Ernsthaft, oder Con?
Even the dead have ears.
Snake, we've got to go. You've got an old friend waiting for you.
Otacon. The test results.
Proteome analysis was positive, but the mRNA analysis turned up negative. The wrinkled skin, the hardened arteries. Your early aging symptoms look like classic Werner syndrome. But none of the tests were able to pinpoint the cause.
Oh.
So,
Well, judging by how rapidly the aging has progressed, I'd say
a year at best, right?
yeah. Snake, let's try another doctor.
It won't make any difference. I'm not an ordinary man to begin with. Not to mention Fox die.
You're right. But we don't know where Naomi is.
Naomi.
Snake!
Colonel. Good to see you.
Well, I'm not a colonel anymore, Snake.
I figured the only place I'd see you dressed like that would be at your daughter's wedding. What are you doing these days?
Working for an organization under the UN Security Council. The Analysis and Assessment Staff of the PMC Oversight and Inspection Committee.
Yeah, I remember the resolution being passed a few years ago.
Snake, I came across some information in my work.
Huh?
We found him. In the Middle East.
What?
I'll explain along the way. We've got to stop him. Now. Before it's too late.
Liquid's made his move. We found him.
He's preparing to unleash his insurrection. Liquid is lying in wait in a Middle Eastern war zone. Track him down.
Only 2 eggs today? Solidus must have taken the day off. 7, 8, 9,
Das haben wir schon mal gesehen.
3, 3, 0, 5, 3, 5, 4, 8, 8, 2, 4, 6, 6, 5, 2.
Oder auch nicht. Gut, war nur... Keine Ahnung. Hey.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
What's the situation?
I'm just inside the city limits. This place is crawling with lizards.
Ah, AT Corps' unmanned bipedal weapons, officially designated Irving by the US military. They've spread like wildfire among the PMCs. There are more of those things now in service than tanks. They've got tough armor plating and are highly agile to boot. Your best bet is to stay out of their sights.
Unmanned. Pretty soon they'll have put living, breathing soldiers out of work.
Even so, that's an awful lot of gecko for this scenario. Their numbers exceed the war price for that region. It must have something to do with Liquid's arrival on the scene.
You really think he's here?
You'll have to find the Army's operatives and ask them yourself. Oh, and Snake, I went ahead and used the Mark II to scout out the area before your arrival. You'll find it up ahead.
Mark II?
It's a remote mobile terminal. Sonny and I built it. The Mark II will provide you with a map of the area as well as any battle situation data. You should find it before you do anything else.
Okay, got it.
The rendezvous point is marked on your map. I'll be waiting for you there.
Okay. Octocamo. Das heißt, wenn ich... Okay. Das ist da... Freund oder Feind? Ja, böse. Okay.
tougher to break through. It might be best to avoid that area altogether if you can.
This is HQ. Acknowledged. Eliminate all enemies.
Nudeln, nice. Hey! Ja, nicht wundern, das Spiel ist ein bisschen... ist ein bisschen zu einem First-Person-Shooter geworden. Oder nicht unbedingt FPS, aber zu einem Shooter, Third-Person-Shooter in dem Fall. Hat einen Grund.
Snake, press the crawl button while running to execute a roll.
Kann man so sagen.
Rolling
Ja,
can
kann man
help you dodge enemy
sagen.
attacks and get past small gaps and obstacles.
Moment, wie kann ich... Ah. Hey. Ja. Das ist, weil, ja,
Can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
ja, ist ein bisschen zu einem Shooter geworden, weil man nimmt zumindest an, Kojima hat, oder will mit dem Teil ein bisschen zeigen, wie es halt gewesen wäre, wenn die Metal Gear Reihe sich immer weiter halt an den Standard und halt an das, was sich gut verkauft, orientiert hätte und so weiter. Und Kojima hat das halt dann anstatt Stück für Stück, wie es mit einer normalen Spielerei gewesen wäre, hat der es halt gleich aufs Millionenfache verstärkt und ja, weil halt zu der Zeit sehr, sehr viele Shooter sich gut verkauft haben und was weiß ich. Gibt genug verschiedene YouTube-Videos, die das Ganze bisschen besser erklären können. Ist ganz interessant.
It's me, Snake. Snake, it's me.
Otacon.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snake.
Ah.
Allow me to introduce Metal Gear Mark II.
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
That's right. Just like Rex.
Metal Gear.
But this gear's not a weapon. It's a remote mobile terminal designed to provide you with operational support.
Where are you?
I'm in the Nomad. Where else? I'll be watching you through the Mark II.
Wish I was good with gadgets.
Hey, I'll be with you in spirit. Anyway, because you had to dress up as a militiaman, I had the Mark II bring you some goodies. Starting with this. Put it on your left eye.
Looks like an eye patch.
I call it the Solid Eye. It's an all-purpose goggle that displays radar images and other data in 3D. You can also switch it over to light amplifying night vision.
The rebels are out there.
It looks like they've got the government's PMC troops beat, at least in numbers.
And this is their own turf.
Snake, I know this is a sneaking mission, but you'll need to protect yourself.
An operator.
I installed a suppressor. And here's a tranquilizer gun.
How thoughtful.
It predates the implementation of the system. By some miracle, it was never recycled. It's getting tough these days finding decent guns that aren't controlled.
You coming?
Of course. I'll follow you wherever you go. Like this. I'll activate stealth so it doesn't attract any attention. If you need it, just bring up the start button menu.
Got it.
Snake, the informants who said they saw liquid here should be a little further up. Head for the rendezvous point. I've placed a mark on the radar in the upper right corner of the solid eye. It's a war zone out there. Stay on your toes.
Yeah.
Snake, it's kind of a schlep, but I've sent you data on an alternate route.
Schlepp.
Follow the mark on your radar.
Dein. Oh. Ja, die Frame-Rate ist auch wunderschön. Ja, okay.
It's pretty dark in there. Switch the solid eye to night vision mode.
Ey, okay. Oh, puh. Mein Psyche? Hä? iPod, but Hideo Kojima bezeichnete den Beat des Songs als Tara während der Produktion. Cool. The enemy. Hey. Yo, RPG-Munition. Benzinbombe. Oh, je. Hallo Luna. Willkommen. I have you. What? Monkey. Ey. Dafür das. Ey.
Pretty sweet, huh? Whoa, hold it. Watch where you pointing that thing.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend.
Oh. Zauberer.
Voila.
You're not with the militia, and you're not PMC.
I'm a weapons wholesaler. All shapes, all sizes. But there's no need to worry, because all my shit's been laundered.
Laundered?
You see, I take ID guns like the PMCs use and make some mods.
Jemanden in die Wangen kneift.
Can use them without having to match IDs. In other words,
Kommt drauf an, wie stark.
Drebin?
Yeah.
Vielleicht Belästigung, sexuelle Belästigung, vielleicht, wenn's halt klein ist. Wenn du so fest wie möglich zudrückst, dann kann es schon Körperverletzung sein.
You ain't a registered PMC employee, are you? You need a guy like me. Consider it a welcome gift. Take it. The M4, the official carbine model used by the U.S. Army, developed from the M16 service rifle. This one's a top-of-the-line model, real popular with the big PMCs. High precision, not like that government-issue shit. It's, free-floating, of course. Relax, that barrel's clean.
Is the hider CQC compatible?
The beauty of this sucker is that it's got a lot of customizable parts. Change it up the way you want to meet your everyday needs.
flip-up site. Rail system. Not bad.
Yeah, well, you know, I get a lot of noobs around here. And if you need them, I got a wide selection of aftermarket parts as well.
The frame's pretty rigid. No rattle.
Go ahead, give her a squeeze.
I can't pull the trigger.
Really? That's weird.
What?
What's weird?
Wait, I got it. I bet you're using an older generation of nanomachines.
Older generation?
Sometimes they don't really jive with the new system.
Seriously, who are you?
Whoa. Slow down. My day
Ernsthaft.
job's working at AT Security. I'm in charge of production control. So I get my hands on all the ID chips before they even register. Have a sip. It's a side of AT the public don't see. From the looks of it, you ain't with any state army. But you ain't exactly green, neither. You've got last-gen nanomachines. So I'm guessing former U.S. Army. I don't know what you're here for. But you want to be well-equipped, am I right? So, can we talk business or what? You won't regret it.
What's your take on Emoticon?
I don't particularly like the guy, but it looks like we'll need his help with those ID guns. Sonny's been doing a little sleuthing for us. Drebin, a well-known gun launderer in war economy circles. He's a businessman who deals mainly in selling black market firearms to small PMCs and local militia. Somalia, the Balkans, Lebanon, Darfur, Chechnya, Timor, Peru, the Punjab, Kashmir, Colombia. This guy really gets around.
How's he pull it off, anyway?
You can create a non-ID gun by replacing the ID recognition chip with a counterfeit version. This enables you to bypass the ID recognition process and use the gun. The problem is that there's still a record of the chip being replaced on the system side. Drebin's an employee of AT Security. He must have connections on the inside erasing records for him.
You think the Patriots are involved somehow?
I'm not so sure. If the Patriots were running the system from behind the scenes, then a weasel like Drebin would be a real pain in their collective ass.
Can he be trusted?
Remember, Drebin's a green collar. He makes his living off the war economy. He doesn't let emotions get in the way of business, and he never gets his own hands dirty. The only thing he trusts is money. I share your concern, but what if we keep him at arm's length? Use him only to get intel and the supplies we need. Keep it strictly business.
All right.
Aber wo kriege ich Geld her?
So, we ready to make a deal or what?
Ey, Affe.
Okay then, let's talk business. This is a war zone. There's product coming in here by the truckload. And you'll be picking up a lot of guns in the field, I'm sure. Whatever guns you don't need, I'll take and buy them off.
Okay.
That'll earn you points you can cash in for services.
Like what?
I'll launder your ID guns, no more locks. And I can also sell you the guns I've got in stock. Let me show you. To ensure you can use non-ID guns, I'm gonna have to suppress the old nanomachines you got in you. Otherwise, they'll interfere with the system. Here, stick yourself with this. It's full of suppressor nanomachines. Relax, it won't hurt. You're scared of needles or something? No sweat. Now you can use non-ID guns, no problem. Hey, be nice to our guest. Step outside.
Oh. Hey.
There you see, no problem. From now on, when you pick up an ID gun that says lock, you just let me know. You name it, I can launder it. Of course, it'll cost you. The going rate depends on the war price at the time. Man, I gotta give this shit a rest.
Looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself.
You might say that. What with the war economy and all, and the system clamping down on things. System codes are the law now, and control's essentially absolute, paving the way for fat profits if you're willing to bend the law. Demand keeps on growing thanks to the war economy. I sell ID guns to the PMCs and state armies, and naked guns to terrorist groups and paramilitaries. And these ID guns can't be sold on the black market. System's practically a license for us arms dealers to print money. Privatizing the military's made the PMCs big and bloated. And the fatter the PMCs get, the line between civilian and soldier is gonna get real blurry. Sooner or later, the whole damn human race is gonna be green collars. More like we're all gonna be fighting proxy wars. But hey, this war economy puts the food on my table. You're a green collar too, aren't you? Yeah, it's in your eyes. You've seen a lot of combat.
What makes you think you know me?
Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm the same way. I grew up here too. I got no interest in the outside world. All right then. If you need me, holla. We specialize in speedy service. Catch my drift?
So, Snake alt, biologisch, ja. Also, sieht nur alt aus. Zwischen dem und dem letzten Spiel sind gerade mal 5 Jahre vergangen, aber das wird noch erklärt später, warum Snake so alt aussieht.
I know what you're thinking, but Drebin does have a point. The world depends on war, on the war economy. Can you imagine what would happen if war just disappeared overnight?
Otacon, you and Drebin both mentioned something about a war price earlier. What did you mean by that?
It's a kind of market price, one that fluctuates according to demand, not only for PMCs and military industry, but for the production, distribution, and energy supply networks that support them. It's been growing by leaps and bounds, and investors are really starting to take notice. As the fighting in any given area becomes increasingly intense and prolonged, the war price goes up. No doubt Drebin's rates are linked to that war price. The longer and bloodier a battle becomes, the higher service prices are going to get. To put it another way, the quieter things are, the better the bargains. Snake, we'll use the Mark II to deal with Drebin from here on out. He's what you might call a street vendor. The Mark II can act as a kind of delivery boy, connect you with him. I'm adding a Drebin menu item to the Mark II's weapon menu. Whenever you pick up multiple units of the same weapon, any extras will automatically be sold to Drebin. Any ammo that's inside gets added to your cache. In other words, you keep the ammo, and the weapon itself gets traded to Drebin for points.
Nice.
I see.
You can then use the points you've earned to unlock ID guns or buy new weapons.
Sounds good.
We should assume Drebin has other agents collecting guns for him besides you, Snake. You know, freelance green collars who collect weapons in exchange for services?
Guess I'll have to rely on him for now.
Okay. Now go meet up with our informants, Rat Patrol.
Rat Patrol. Ja. Ich habe 8000. Ja, nice. Okay, entsperren wir erstmal ein paar Sachen. Ne, gut. Eine scheiß Waffe entsperren kostet 300 und ein paar zerquetschte und eine Kacklampe für eine Pistole kostet 3000. Ey. Granatwerfer 30.000. Okay. So, wo muss ich hin? Da lang. Okay. Oh. Raketenwerfer. Ey. Oh. Blind. Mine. Ja, okay.
Careful, Snake. The walls could come down any second.
Nee.
Yeah, I can see him.
Oh.
What happened? What's going on out there?
Gute Frage. So klaustrophobisch hier, ey. Nee. An die Wand. Okay. Es war stark verwirrend gerade. Oh nö, Johnny.
Who's there?
Da ist er.
Stop! Stop right there! No! Get back here!
Willst du wirklich reinschauen, Snake? Was? Rollen, was? Was?
Okay, Snake. Hurry to the rendezvous point. Your radar is marked with which way to go.
Yeah! Was? Ah, zu viel rumgerollt. Fuck. Snake war schwindelig. Ja.
It's a striker. The PMCs have sent reinforcements. Now their defensive line is a lot thicker. It's gonna be tougher to break
thicker?
through.
Hmm.
That striker will be shooting at you too. Stay on your toes. It might be best to avoid that area altogether if you can.
Männer sind böse. Ich weiß gar nicht mehr, wer Freund und Feind ist. Okay. Hey.
Understood. Regroup and engage.
Snake! PMC airstrike!
Ey. Nudeln. Ich habe absolut keine Ahnung, wo ich hingehe. Aber ich gehe einfach. Gibt einen Grund, warum er Durchfall hat. Weil er Weil ein hübsches Mädchen, hübsche Frau getroffen hat. Oder gibt es noch einen anderen Grund? Zumindest war das der Grund im Metal Gear Solid 2. Ist wieder da. Hallo Now. Johnny.
Drop your weapon.
Mal gelogen? Oh, okay.
Here.
Easy now. Don't move.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
Careful. I'm no rookie. I'm a 10-year vet.
Was wie 10 Year? Nee, 9 Jahre. Metal Gear Solid 1 ist 9 Jahre her.
How the hell did you ever survive 10 years?
Don't move.
Die kenne ich. Wird am Ende geklickt. Ah, okay.
CQC. Real big boss, huh?
Oh.
Lower your weapon. Slowly now. I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
Fox.
Snake?
Ey.
Snake.
Die kennen wir.
Meryl.
Is that you? What happened to your face?
Accelerated aging. They don't know the cause.
Oh my god.
Meryl, you're my informant in the U.S. military.
And you must be the inspector sent by the UN.
Szene ist schlecht gealtert. Ein bisschen, ja.
Akiba!
Commander!
Nice.
Sorry.
This is Rat Patrol Team 01. We're with the CID, one of the bodies investigating PMC activity.
Ernsthaft?
First hounds, now rats. Here, you can have this back.
Was ist denn mit dem? Oh.
What's your problem? You okay? Stomach pains? Diarrhea?
Ernsthaft.
It's been 4 days since Liquid arrived in the area. And since then, this woman's been with him. She doesn't look like a combatant. Probably some kind of advisor. Maybe a scientist.
Oh. Ich glaube, ich weiß, wer das ist. Das Big Mama, glaube ich.
You're the commander of this 01 unit.
Why? Something wrong with that?
Here, I'll introduce you to the team. That's Ed, our radio man and sniper.
Nice.
The sleeping giant is Jonathan.
Ah! Ernsthaft?
Don't stand behind him. He hates it when people go around his back.
Die aus One Piece? Na, nicht ganz.
Finally.
Johnny.
Johnny. Everybody just calls him Akiba.
Commander, I've finished installing the sensors. Whoa.
Okay, Akiba. Anyway.
You're all grown up.
Maybe it's because someone taught me well. A certain legendary hero who suddenly disappeared. You quit the unit. Me? Huh. I never gave up on you. Or on Foxhound. Back then, I just wanted you to accept me. I wanted you to turn around and see who I was. But I've put the past behind. I'm done playing little love games. So, what are you here for?
Threat assessment. The PMCs.
Really? Because I heard a rumor there's an assassin out there targeting their leader.
But
Well, that's some rumor. I'm only here because the UN wants me to assess the impact and effects of PMCs on their refugee protection efforts.
wenn ich nicht warten.
More than enough for a retired
Ist jetzt nicht so
me.
wichtig.
I know he's plotting an insurrection. But as long as
Denk
AT
ich.
Security's system
denke,
is
ich
in
kann
place,
warten.
there's no way he'll succeed.
How can you be so sure?
They've implemented a system that monitors in real time every single soldier engaged in combat action, whether he's State Army or PMC. Each individual soldier has been fully ID tagged with nanomachines injected into their bodies for that purpose. The nanomachines keep track of the soldiers and their real-time personal data 24 hours a day. They monitor each man's position, movement speed, reserve ammo, firing accuracy, wounds, rations, water intake and supply, sweat secreted, heart rate, blood pressure and sugar levels, oxygen. All the data gathered on body condition, on sensory organ data showing pain and fear, data on every internal response within the body. All of it is collected by an AI at the system's core. This data is monitored at HQ to enable command to make quicker, more precise, more rational decisions. It also enables crisis management for each individual soldier. It's being used by the US military, by state armies in allied countries, by PMCs. Even police agencies are starting to adopt it. Unless they agree to implement the system, PMCs aren't permitted to send troops anywhere.
You've got these system nanomachines in you too.
Of course. Our unit plays by the rules, same as everybody else. It was creepy at first, knowing you're being watched 24/7, but I've gotten used to it. It gives us a lot of advantages in the field, too. We get a clearer picture of what's going on around us, so there's less confusion during missions. And our nanomachines communicate with each other, making teamwork a lot smoother. And that's not all the system does for us. It's also a security guarantee against the PMCs.
Security guarantee.
That's right. The PMCs are combat groups without states or ideologies. They're not fighting out of nationalism or for a cause. They don't care why the war is being fought. They're just bodies fighting on someone else's behalf. They're mercenaries, a commodity. So it's easy to imagine them betraying their clients by joining the enemy or refusing to fight, or committing humanitarian atrocities. To keep these things in check, they ensured that no one can use firearms or military vehicles without the proper system ID. It's true for every piece of equipment out there, So even if the PMCs tried to mount a terrorist attack or coup d'etat, their weapons and equipment would automatically be locked out. They wouldn't be able to move, attack, or engage in combat of any kind. And there's more. All the data on their position, personnel, and combat strength is leaked to us by the nanomachines. Even if they managed to circumvent the system by getting the nanomachines out of each soldier's body, they'd be losing their IDs in the process, so they couldn't use their weapons.
And the Patriots are behind this.
Lalilulelo, what are you talking about?
Never mind. So this system is foolproof, huh?
Completely. They call it SOP.
Sons of the Patriots.
The AI that controls it is a tightly guarded secret, both at Arms Tech Security, where it was developed, and at the Pentagon. There's no way a third party could get control of it.
I just met a guy who said he can launder ID guns. The system does have holes.
There can't be more than a few hundred of those gun launderers. It's just a grassroots movement. It's not like they can affect the entire PMC war machine. Anyway, Liquid would have had to register as a PMC in the system to assemble an army that massive. His PMCs might even exceed the US military in terms of numbers, but as long as they're registered, their soldiers' activities are constantly being monitored. So long as the US responds immediately when Liquid makes his move, we can take them down by force.
By force, huh?
When RSOC heard about Liquid's plans, they sent us to sniff around the PMCs. Even with this SOP keeping an eye on things, there are always trouble spots to deal with in the field. Disorderly conduct, disobeying orders, contract violations. We act as backup for the system by monitoring the soldiers. PMC inspections are always carried out on the battlefield. That's why we're authorized to carry and use weapons. We've lost 5 inspection teams in the past few months alone. They were all undercover, inside Liquid's PMCs.
Then, if you got caught...
we'd be exterminated like rats. But we're smarter than that. We've been mingling with the PMCs, and after 3 months of searching God knows how many battlefields, we finally tracked him down. When we reported that we'd found Liquid, our superiors ordered us to provide the UN investigators with intel. But I didn't know it'd be you.
Didn't the Colonel tell you he was sending me?
Colonel? Don't tell me it's Campbell!
Yeah.
He put you up to this?
You didn't know.
You've gotta be kidding! You expect me to work with my uncle?
Meryl.
This is bullshit! He's not my father.
So, you knew.
Yeah. Little violation of the need-to-know rule.
Then, why are you still calling him Uncle?
You're still calling him Colonel.
He's your father.
As far as I'm
Mein
concerned,
was?
we're still uncle and niece. I will never forgive that womanizing piece of shit.
Was?
He, remarried.
Really?
His new wife's about my age. I hear she's even got a kid. It's as if he's given up on making up with his own daughter. Men. Selfish, egotistical pigs.
Commander.
What is it?
There's 20 of them. And they're not from that PMC praying mantis either.
Altes mit ihrem Onkel. Nee, die.
His private troops.
Nur der Typ, der sich als ihr Onkel ausgegeben hat, ist in Wahrheit ihr Vater. Ach, Johnny.
Were you being followed?
No.
Akiba! They might have seen the reflection off my scope lens.
Oh.
Whoa, wait. Hang on. You guys think it was my fault? Oh, no. Oh, it wasn't my fault, I swear! It wasn't my fault! Oh, man. Oh, look,
Dumbass! We're moving out.
Meryl, where's Liquid?
At a camp up ahead. I'll fill you in later. If we're still alive. Follow me. Eye contact. These guys are with Liquid's private army. Shoot first, think later. We'll use the stairs and get out through the back door on the first floor. We'll change the route as necessary. I'm on point. Stay close. Got it?
Got it.
Akiba, breathe deep.
got it.
We've got a real live legendary hero with us. Try not to choke. Move!
Gut, kann ich jetzt speichern? Ja. Gut, aber ich muss nicht... Ah ne, Moment. Speichern geht ja hier anders. Ich muss nämlich aufs Klo und von der Zeit her würde ich auch sagen, mach mal ein kleines Päuschen. Okay. Ja, da geht's dann nächstes Mal weiter.